up there with the Camille, of course, that's been banned against him twice. Then Sylvie goes topside, and Umpty has free reign with the Lucian Nami lane in the bottom side to get a lot of power there. Now, we weren't very sold on Henna's performance in the mid to late game in terms of some of the positioning and some of the overextensions there. But he can tighten some of that up going into game 2. I thought some of the team fights, his positioning was immaculate. It was very difficult to get on top. You know, very much up and down. But if he can tighten some of that up, get the leads that we expect him to get in this draft, could be a Fredit, or rather, Bro. Sorry, I apologize. A Bro 2-0.
It could definitely be. And I think Henna had a great laning phase. I think that, you know, the Zeri Lulu, the slight advantages that they can receive just did not happen. So, very interesting. Sylvie's classmate here in the audience as well, here to wish him well. We'll see. Unfortunately, he's a Bro fan. So, sometimes, you know, when class... oh, sorry, the previous Nongshim
I was going to say,
I was like, wait, hang on a second. G-Sun's feeding us information here, and I got brain lag. I was like, wait, why is he supporting Bro, though? Just shows that
it's his class rival. He hates him, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been really cute if he's like, by the way, dude, like, you know, we were mates at school, but Bro's got my heart. And I wouldn't have blamed him. Let's hop onto the Rift here for game number 2. All right, here we go, Wolf. What kind of shenanigans are we to expect for this game? Because honestly, I think like the most Bro thing to happen here would be for them to lose with this Exodia of a draft that they've put together.
It certainly does feel like that could happen, but let's put together some of the pieces here, obviously, in terms of what to expect. Karis playing, again, he's most famed for his Lissandra. That's what he got picked up for when he did end up moving to Genji's Academy and then Hanwha Life. But what he found the most success on, I think, over the last few years of LCK and substitution for Genji was the Rise. Like, it is his best champion. And with Realm Warp here and Wave Clear that Rise provides and the constant prio he should be able to have in the early stages of this, we're just going to see dives repeatedly on the bottom side. In Sylvie, if he comes over to defend as a early game Viego, then the top side gets opened up for Morgan again. And we've got both comfort here for Bro, but also just such an immaculate comp that's meta, and it's about getting that tempo advantage. Now, on the late game side for Nongshim, if they can stave off that pressure, which is very difficult to do, but if they can pull it off, they definitely have an amazing team fight comp with both Peel and Engage and so much damage. It's just surviving to that point that can be so challenging.
Certainly can, and also navigating the macro decisions, which we saw them struggle with as well. I mean, that's almost done for you with these Rise compositions. And that's what I'm really worried for Nongshim, right? Because that's what we saw them have issue with. And then with Bro being so well set up. And they are not afraid to make those calls, right? They were just starting Barons and going for the opportunistic plans. Those things are so much easier when you have the Rise available, especially when you're coordinated like this team that is built on friendship.
Yeah. Not going to try to hit the level 2 all-in here, Peter and Vital. Down here on the bottom side. Peter actually taking a awkward trade. Not going to commit anything to this. Running
Isn't
the
this
heal
impressive?
barrier. Yeah.
Like, oh, Morgan just flashing immediately. That is not Caster Curse. That is actually LCK Curse. As First Blood goes down, Dundun's going to pick that one up. I feel vindicated. It was LCK's fault. They brought up his stats.
Yeah, and Umpty is neither able to defend nor put the pressure on. He expected Sylvie to be bottom side here, but in fact, Sylvie goes for the early top side gank, and I think Fredit Brion don't expect this because it's so rare and uncommon, because usually you have to defend, you know, bottom side at level 3, but the timing of this was so early. Still sitting on level 2 here, and Peter and Vital have pushed this lane so well that Umpty just didn't have that same level of opportunity. Now he's just going to force it hard.
Yeah, he just goes straight over the wall. He doesn't have Arctic Assault, though, available, and so Peter and Vital are just going to turn on the pig. Peter does flash away. Sylvie in position now. Without Arctic Assault, though, Umpty had no way of actually starting that fight. He does look to escape. Sylvie, full health, which is why they're able to get this shove. That was almost comedic with what happened just there.
The whole exchange. It was just really silly. Umpty takes some turret shots, uses his charge over the wall, like you say, and then can't actually follow up on anything, so he's just like, well, I'm just going to tank some damage. Sylvie comes down, he's like, I got flash, but I'm level 3 Viego, and we can take Dragon. Oh, Dragon didn't spawn yet, so kind of defended, but they got control of the river vision. Mission accomplished.
There we go. Nailed it.
Also, Vital and Peter laning really well here. Actually getting the push through, having a nice back timing here.
Yeah, not going to get ruined. We've had a few lanes ruined so far, especially on the Luluzeri side. So certainly looking fine, all equalized.
And having that extra vision in the river means that you can, challenge a little bit more in the lane. And Dundon, he just skated that teleport across. He's going to be going for, looks like a Rod of Ages build here on the Gragas. It's our first time seeing the Gragas top in Korea. And very rare pick right now, but I think given the composition, feels very strong, right?
Feels very Dundon as well.
And if you change the Zeri to like an Aphelios, I'm like, wow, we're like 2021 summer here. Just very boring and easy, right? And it's a safe comp, scales well.
Yeah,
hard to dive. He has a 1-kill lead, so picks up the extra sustain from this Catalyst Crystal early. He's feeling great right now.
Yeah, and he was a player that said, I'm not going to be known for just my tanks. I can show you the play on more damage-based champions, and looks like he's going for Rod of Ages. So that means that it's going to be damage, Gragas. So sticking to his word. I like that a lot. Body Slam comes in. And Morgan going to have to be a little bit careful here. As I believe there was a Viego slinking around. There he is. And Morgan just going to have to try and escape this one. Oh, he's going to look to see whether he can, deny the assist from Sylvie. I like that. Make the best of a bad situation.
Very well played from Morgan. You could see how quickly he realized he would be able to deny that money. Just go straight into it. Oh, this is close.
Yeah, it takes a fair bit of damage there. Chaos Storm needs to be a bit respected. And that's precisely what Karras is going to do as he walks this one out.
Both laners, no TP. And we see a roam over from Effort, actually. They want to look for this flash play, potentially.
Oh, not able to get any flux there. Out of range a little bit. This does just mean it's sort of like a lane gank, right? Like, or a minion gank.
Yeah.
Make sure that you can get the lane into the position that you want. Umpty was also doing the dragon. So good that Bro don't overextend. And of course, I think that was what Edgar was letting them know after the first game, right? Like, Sylvie picking up those 3 kills, that was where things really went wrong for Bro. So I have a feeling that that's what they're trying to avoid this time around.
Sylvie, in this case, punishes Morgan a second time here. Now, Morgan can avoid the assist, which was really well played in this scenario. That's why he kills himself before Sylvie can touch him. So frustrating. But it is Sylvie's gank here that leads to his demise regardless. So
he has an assist in our heart.
Yeah, he doesn't have an assist in the A column there, but there's a 2 there in our head cannon.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think this game is still very winnable for Bro here, but, great laning from Vital so far. Dundon kind of baiting 2 ganks here extremely well. Gets very ahead on the Gragas now into this Renekton.
All right, Sylvie looking for an opportunity. Just pushes Henna and Effort away. Bit of a bait and switch. I like that. Just by Peter and Vital the space in order to get the lane into a position that they wanted in. Grabs them a back that they enjoy. Trying to be good here is Fiesta. Laning very nicely. As you can see, very even on farm. Pretty safe in the farm department is good old Victor, but right now you can see Karras is getting to that point where he can just eliminate these waves over and over again and then threaten these realm warps, which is so much of the power of the Rise.
Yeah, it really is. But there hasn't really been much kill pressure in the bottom 2v2 thus far. And we did see that small exchange earlier, but it led to nothing, right? And okay, here's a root. Umpty nearby.
Yeah, finds the Glacial Prison as Arctic Assault's going to go wide. Peter comes in, heals up his mid laner, and Effort going to come on over and do exactly the same for his jungler. Sylvie looking to start off the Rift Herald. They knew exactly where Umpty was.
You could see there was a moment, it at least felt like where Umpty was like, dodge the wild growth. He's like, oh, he's level 5. He like walked back
that's what it was. Yeah, I saw the hesitation. I'm like, Umpty, I mean, it's Lulu. She's coming in. It's going to be fine.
I think he was like, oh, careful, wild growth. And then he was like, oh, he's level 5. Never mind. But I don't think it would have been a kill either way. Perhaps a permafrost, but...
Yeah, might have been able to get a flash, but that's about it. Peter going to have his back stopped by his former mentor. in effort over the wall there.
The Rift Herald goes over to Nongshim here. Have a 1,000 gold lead despite that early Drake. A lot of that, of course, sitting on Dundun here. We'll see where this does get dropped right now, because not a great setup for it outside of top lane, which is super awkward because we're talking about the Gragas lane, but Gragas is winning this so hard, has 2 crystals picked up. Starting to get a little bit tanky, pick up some extra money, and you're on your way, you know?
Yeah. He's getting that work done, taking those drinks where he needs to.
Because mid and bot is pretty optimistic. I think it's set up a gank here bottom side. Could be great, but you don't know where Umpty is at the moment. There's Rise Realm Warp available, so very difficult right now for Sylvie to make a smart choice with this Herald. Could just wait for Drake and try to use it for extra tempo instead. Might actually be the best play. Still a minute 40 to go on that.
Yeah, well, there's the Rune Prison. Oh, if that Q had landed, that may have just been a dead Fiesta. Not going to be the case, though, as Winter's Wrath not going to be found there by Umpty either, but Sylvie going to lose his control ward and possibly his blue buff as well.
Yeah, Sylvie's just surfing bottom side here, knowing that Umpty is probably looking for a dive right here. And, you know, he doesn't have a lot of agency except defensively.
Idle, yeah, fighting against Henna here. We do have the W activated from Effort. Sorry, the E. Tidecaller's Blessing.
Was a very scary moment there for just a second. Vital doesn't use his summoners, though. Umpty nearby with ultimate and flash. A lot of respect needs to be shown.
Yeah. Ooh, Sylvie actually looked like he was wanting to find a position to put down the Rift Herald. Umpty just telling him no over and over again. Sylvie does make it out, but loses half of his health bar.
Dundun just took a very aggressive trade, or rather, Morgan looked for an aggressive trade here topside, but Dundun is just not having any of it. He's got his Catalyst, he has 3 biscuits and a Doran's Ring. He's like, yeah, keep trying.
Yep.
This Renekton's just kind of running into a brick wall right now.
Although, doesn't seem to matter too much. Plate goes down there towards that bottom side as Morgan, he gets Conqueror, but he's not conquering this guy. As Sylvie finds the stun onto Karis, but he's immediately going to get punished. The Wild Growth comes through it just in the nick of time. And bro, they can make it out, but that was almost a kill on their side. Not quite.
This is a fine line there, walking topside.
Yeah, Karis walking on in here as well as the Rift Herald going to get a charge, give a plate over to Fiesta.
So much of this exchange that happened mid is Nongshim trying to force their way into grabbing second Drake here, not allowing Nongshim to have that 2 Drake lead. And Nongshim tying this Drake up 1-to-1 means they can avoid one more team fight basically before Soul. So that way they have more time to get the scaling aspects of their comp online. So in its isolation, 1 Hextech Drake, 1 Elemental, not the worst, or not the best or worst to lose game, but just having a 1-to-1 Drake scenario and preventing that Soul point for 5 more minutes, buying those extra 5 minutes of time is massive. No back for you.
Dundun taking control. That is how you know that you own the lane. And you can just throw a barrel in because you expect that he's probably there. Love it. Nice work there for Dundun. He's got his Barmies set up now.
Yeah, looks like the Catalyst, by the way, just for sustain here for
Yeah, Catalyst
Dundun.
was just one of those really great items back in the day. Seems to still be the case here for Dundun.
Yeah.
That you just buy, and it works really well.
He's got 3 items like that, right? It's like Bombies is good for this, you know, Brambles good for this, and the Catalyst is good for this. All 3 items that don't necessarily have to be fully built to get a lot of value with the extra gold that he has with these 2 kills.
It feels like tempo item choices.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like, I just won't lose. I will not lose this lane. Doesn't matter. I have the extra money, and you can't beat me now.
Yeah.
I won't win either, but I won't lose.
And you can build them into stuff that is actually going to help you pretty well as the game goes on. Of course, Henna and Morgan are going to be largely what he's going to be soaking in the later stages of the game. And so, you know, things like a Thornmail certainly going to work out well for him. See how it goes anyway. As Dundun still taking a little bit of damage here from Morgan, who doesn't seem too worried about the situation. Looks like he's going for a slightly different build to what Dundun put together last time around. Less aggressive. No Prowler's Claw to be seen just yet.
Fairly early, you know, well-timed Rod here for Karis, and it's going to be nice for him. Speaking of Karis.
Yeah, we always cut away from Morgan as stuff's about to happen. But Karis may just be dead here. He has to flash, and there's the ult from Sylvie. Breaks his heart, and that is 3-0 in favor of Nongshim.
And I feel like every time we're trying to say, oh, so one player is in a good spot, something bad happens to them too. We've been cursing a lot today.
Yeah, there's a lot of curses all over the place, man. No one can stop.
Nongshim with a 3rd kill here.
Ooh, Umpty. Can he actually find him here? Vital knew what was happening here, could always just skate himself out of the way, and does so quite nicely.
Everybody's favorite ability.
Yep.
On an 80 carry. Well, that 3rd kill here, that goes over to Nongshim. Going to be set up by Fiesta. Sylvie comes over here, has his ult, speeds up.
Oh, the last second. That's the gravity
crazy.
field.
He just barely dies to that. Otherwise, probably safe here.
Yeah, I mean, if he had a flash, the gravity field, then he would have survived.
He just was ready for it. Yeah, wanted to wait, save that flash, then uses it anyways, tragically.
Well, Dundon throws out the party cask, misses those barrels. Morgan stands still and basks in what Dundon just did and continues to lane. Very strange scenario here. Slicing, dicing, body slamming. They're in their own little world.
Yeah, Morgan still has ult here, so Dundon, while body slamming a little bit here, does have to be respectful.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Morgan has like one hand off his keyboard. Was adjusting his mask there for a moment while standing in the middle of the lane. You
know that thing that you get when you're a kid, that little like doll that stands up, and if you push it, it like stands back up again no matter what?
Yeah.
Like Morgan is the one pushing that doll, and Dundon is the doll. Like it won't fall over, it just keeps standing back up. Morgan's like had enough.
Yeah, Morgan doesn't quite understand how it works yet, so he doesn't, you know, like a cat would do it. He like keeps pushing it, and he's like, wait, what? And pushes it again, like, wait, what?
Yeah. Morgan's like, I only know crushing lane. I am the Renekton. I am the Lord.
Like, what is this guy doing? As Vital's going to get culled. Oh, a lot of damage there from Henna, but not going to quite be able to find the rest of the damage there. Gets the barrier out from Vital there.
Fiesta is just handling this Rise super well on the Victor so far. Picked up 2 plates earlier, as you know, these do fall down. We take a look at that, but just dealing with them in a side lane too very well. And has a lot of pressure on.
Bit of extra money picked up here on the side of BRO as well, as they were able to take that first turret, which is why, even though it was 2 plates, sorry, hang on, they weren't able to pick up a turret. That was weird. Why was it so much extra gold? Maybe the number was a little bit wrong.
Yeah, it could be
wrong.
wrong.
Right back underneath the turret. 2 turret shots taken here by Morgan. Not going to take the last one, though, as the Dominus trying to be used, but I think Dundon, he may have just done it. Koldemeek does come through. Do we have the Fury available? Nope. Dundon's going to take him down. A solo kill for the Gragas.
This time when the doll stood back up, it hit Morgan a little bit hard and he fell down. Oh, and he tried to body slam under turret, still gets the kill. Oh, no.
Glacial Prison going to come through here as Peter flashes, keeps himself alive with the wild growth. And BRO just can't get a kill this game.
No, they're just so close, but yet so far. Peter flashes and wild growth, so still pretty successful here on the side of BRO. Don't have to expend any of their critical summoners for this one, but Peter survives, and Nongshim do have fast track on this Drake. Peter just instantly backs and is rushing as fast as Lulu's legs will take her back to this objective. It'll be Nongshim taking the second Drake of the game. A Drake advantage now for the scaling comp.
Well, Sylvie puts down a control ward. Let's see what... Oh, he just steals it! Oh, that was really cute. Look at Umpty, a little bit of a fist bump there as well. He's feeling himself. They're unable to get some kills. However, they can get the smites on the Drakes. Some extra tenacity. Not exactly going to be super valuable. Yeah. I guess if you get caught in a gravity field or Sylvie comes and stuns you or something like that, you're going to be feeling a little bit better about it.
Can't kill the champions, but certainly kill the objectives.
Precisely.
Sometimes
Drakes, that's what you need.
Yeah.
How did they win, Wolf? How did they win?
Yeah, they killed the Nexus. They killed the Nexus.
Precisely. This
Got
is
that
the BRO
50
way.
gold at the end.
Pacifist winning. As I say, pacifist winning. Henna gets the first kill. What is it with the... Oh, man. Cursing in the opposite direction.
He knows Peter doesn't have flash, and when he realizes he's got the cull angle, he's like, I will just Gale Force for this.
Yeah.
Got no flash. I don't have to flash forward or anything like that. Lucian's got 2 dashes. He's going to use them. And that should be mid-turret going down here for Fred and Brion. Lots of objectives going in their favor. Their first kill of the game.
Yeah. And now Shirley going to be able to aid them in taking down this outer turret. So I said first turret blood by mistake earlier on because we had a heck of a lot of plate gold that really didn't make sense for 2 plates. But now it has actually come to fruition as the first turret does go down. So I was just a little bit delayed.
Two turrets in total now for Bro, and let's take a look at this replay one more time of Umpty using Valdez's favorite tool. Look at this. Mid-air. What's up? You can't see me. I'm so far away. I'm a flying Sejuani.
Yeah.
Peter, no flash. Bye-bye. And I'm going to pick up the money here. And it's still winnable here for Bro. Absolutely. I mean, it's a small gold lead they have. Renekton is 0-3, but can still be a formidable side laner. Can do a lot in terms of team fights if he can get on top of Vital. Didn't go for the Prowling Claw this time around. Prowler's Claw, rather. So isn't going to easily be able to lock Vital down. But, I mean, there's a way for Bro to do this.
And also, like, Morgan's going to be the team fighting one, right? As Flash comes forward from Dundun, finds himself a cask, but I don't think it worked out the way that he envisioned in his brain prior to that fight going off. Umpty, let's see whether this one works out. Oh, the culling was beautifully done from Henna. Gets a double tap onto Dundun, but he's capable of soaking about a bajillion damage before going down. No one is going to die just yet.
Now, all the weapons in this game are just made of rubber.
Yeah, I know. We're having a Super Soaker fight or something like that.
Laser tag.
Dundun's like, oh, I guess I'll lie down on the ground for 4 seconds. Ha ha ha.
I just watched. Dundun's engage was almost so awesome, but that it just didn't work out the way he wanted to either. And he used his flash, and Henna goes in there. Doesn't actually grab the kill he's looking for either. I feel like I'm in a fun house right now. Like, nobody can really get hurt.
I mean, when do they put away the wooden swords and get the real ones out, you know? Anyway, Sylvie is just tidying up vision here. No Baron's going to be attempted just yet, as we're only 45 seconds after the spawn.
The item of choice here for Fiesta, which we didn't have for a long time, he did decide to go for Ludens, is going for Void Staff second here, which is really important given that Morgan actually built into MR, as he's very nervous about the amount of damage that Fiesta could do to him in the front line.
Yeah, you sort of have to as well when you've got kind of double AP. I guess Dundun not necessarily AP as he is going full tank in the end. I told a lie at the beginning of the game, seeing that Catalyst.
Well, I thought, you know, I'm like, well, I'm open to anything.
Rodapage is really good, I guess.
Yeah,
just late. Seems like the wrong idea for Rodapage.
And that Sunfire is not a mythic anymore, so
yeah,
he's mythicless, but it's okay. 3 kills, he is not going to lose, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Push that doll down, he's going to pop right back up.
He solo killed Morgan, man, and he's 3-0-0. So I mean, technically, it's his second solo kill against Morgan this game.
Yeah, that's right, because there's no assist on that Sylvie play.
Precisely. So there you go. Back coming through here from Karis, going back home. Doesn't have teleport available. You can see everyone from Nongshim up towards this top side.
For those who are newly LCK viewers or those who are new Bro fans, you heard the stories, you heard the tales. It's usually like this, actually. This is not a bizarre game for...
I mean, this is the seatbelt style that you were talking about before, right?
It's like, okay, we have a tempo-based comp, but we're not going to use it that hard. You know, we're not going to go too far.
Did you see Dundun's reaction? Neither did I. And it dashed at him, and Dundun was like, nah, not interested. Fiesta taking a fair bit of damage there from the double tap.
Save your cooldowns.
Yeah, exactly. I'm walking here. Oh, let's see whether he can soak this culling. Fiesta taking a lot of damage. Glacial Prison soaked by Dundun, who gets Wild Growth as well. He'll finally go down. Henna picks up that kill. Oh my goodness, the Q damage there onto Peter was huge. And now they're trying to turn it around. They've lost Dundun though. They don't have their big tank, and Sylvie this time isn't going to survive. Morgan taking matters into his own hands. He culls the Meek this time around as Vital. He can't do anything. It's an ace for Bro. And they'll look to take down this inner turret as well.
And finally, Bro are online here. Breon taking several kills here. The whole ace going split across the team. Henna grabs 3, and 2 go over to Morgan. And so much of this fight is Vital saying, no, I'm going to turn this, I'm going to turn this. Dundun doing his job in the front line, but once he's down, there's a bit of a split call here. Vital wants to try to push this down, take out Umpty. Morgan's low, and then the turn happens. Morgan's like, I've got my ult here, and the stun goes on to Sylvie, and he goes in, grabs 2 here, stuns them up. or stuns Fiesta up rather, and then just slices Peter. And Vital's like, wait, where'd my team go? I was trying to kill Umpty. And he will get the kill.
Yep, he got it.
But at a very high price.
Yeah, it was the cost of the rest of his team. So Bro now back in the driver's seat in a serious way. 4,000 gold ahead, and as you can see in the gold difference, it was teetering. It's very similar to last game, right? Like there was nothing in it until now. And Bro, let's see what they can do here as we've got Soul Point available. As Chronicle mentioned, not exactly the most valuable dragon in the Chemtech Drake as far as the soul is concerned, but still, certainly a good thing. And with Umpty's smiting abilities that he's shown us so far this series, you'd be pretty happy for an Elder to spawn. As Morgan's got the most damage on the map, as now we've got the rest of Nongshim dashing on forward. The tidal wave only hits onto Peter. Does a fair bit of work there, but he is safely in range. More of a defensive tidal wave there, you could say.
It's crazy that Morgan's actually out DPSing Henna here with how many attempts Henna has had at getting these picks. He did end up, of course, grabbing 3 kills total, but he's been really trying to get many of them. Has gotten a lot of summoners, but it's just the Renekton hitting a Gragas in the lane that starts to really stack up here.
It's more of a statement of how much not damage has happened elsewhere.
Yes. But hey, I mean, Bro in full control over this game right now, pushing 2 lanes here, going to finally grab that top side turret. And some CS being denied mid here. Nongshim not really answering the mid push, nor are they able to stop top here, just completely zoned away. Dundun at least is going to try to get some bounty gold down here bottom side with this big push, and I think he'll be successful. So I guess you can call this a cross map.
Just headbutting that turret. Keep zooming in, Kisan. I like it.
If he doesn't get the kills, we don't call it a cross map. Come on,
no.
come on.
Oh no, keep going. Dundun doesn't care about turrets. I forgot. There we go. Manages to get that bounty gold. That's what we're talking about. And Sylvie, I believe, just secured. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind. That was Umpty. At least I think it was Umpty.
The rest of...
Hang on, who got it? Oh, Henna managed to get it somehow. With his smite, I guess. Sylvie gets the bad news that, in fact, his red buff was taken by Henna.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, Henna was the one with the red buff. I don't think Sylvie had one. And I think that was what our observers were also really confused about, is gets the thumbs up auto over the wall like it.
That was really bizarre. Bro can't actually take the Baron right now because the rest of Nongshim is grouped up. Dundun forced that turret down bottom side, picked up some of that bounty gold, and did have TP. So it was a pretty risky call to make for Bro, despite some of the vision control they had behind Baron. I think a lot of other teams like T1 would have tried to pull that one off and go for a big Realm War play or try to flank, you know, with the Renekton, but Bro just playing it safe, you know, calm, slow and steady wins the race.
Seatbelts on, Wolf.
Seatbelts are on. Okay, wearing a helmet. We got the like sparring gloves on. Nobody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got ankle guards on. We got our elbow pads. We are definitely not gonna hurt ourselves when we're roller skating this afternoon.
Yeah.
Didn't take the
plastic off the TV, you know?
Oh, no! I can't handle it when people don't do that. Hey, PTSD. All right, 4,000 gold the lead for Bro. It's really not that large. However, bounties are still in place here for Nongshim. Possibility to get a bit of that gold back. As we saw already, Dundun has partaken in some of that.
Henna is, you know, on 3.5 items here. And Vital needs to be really careful about his positioning here with no flash for the next few moments, because all it takes is one bubble, one tidal wave, one Umpty ult.
Umpty was just like, I'm threatening. I have my ultimate, but I'm not going to throw it at you.
They were like trying to force a flash Vital doesn't have is almost what that looked like. But he skates away. If he gets caught by any of that CC, he's dead. And that's Chemtech Soul.
Yep.
It may still be, with all the control they have over the map. Fiesta's stuck under turret.
These top laners fighting is actually just the most fun thing about this game for me, because they just, neither of them do any damage.
Yeah, the wet noodles are real.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's been not a wet noodle meta.
No.
Just this game.
They just brought it out. Of course, Morgan and Dundun, the 2 players that would definitely do that.
Dundun is like the Korean that he uses for his name, as he's kind of shortened it to DN. DN is actually just the word for sturdy and like unbreakable. So very fitting in this case that he just will not be shattered. He will not be broken.
Nope.
The epitome of sturdiness.
Well, Karis, he's splitting on the top side of the map. Bit of a 1-3-1, you could say, as Henna is just culling Nongshim. Dundun seems to not be bothered by it. or notice
Henna's
in
just
any way.
occasionally going to ult people. Okay, angle here good for the Renekton flank.
Aqua Prism was cute as there's the flash out from Henna. Thought that he could pick up Fiesta there as the tidal wave is very late. A little bit uncoordinated there on the Bro side. Umpty thinking about trying to find an angle. Still has that Glacial Prison available as Dundun trying to get out. Umpty finally throws that ult as Morgan dives on forward, but he's polymorphed immediately. So much damage does come through. However, then nothing happens in the end. An ult has been used here by Vital.
Vital's
I
on
think
full health.
Bro are just trying to time it out, I guess, as now Morgan's been caught on the backside of the fight. The Heartbreaker comes through just to close the distance, but it doesn't quite work, as now the Realm Warp to try and defend Sylvie is caught with his pants down, and now Dundun as well is collapsed on by Bro. A teleport to try and stop this as Umpty's found it one more time, and you may not think that it's the peak way of playing League of Legends. However, look at how Bro do it. It's gorgeous, and it's a quadra kill to finish it off for Karis in that mid lane. Another ace for Bro, and they'll walk it down the bottom lane.
You know that quote, like, you may not like it, but this is peak League of Legends. You may like it, but also, this is peak Fred at Brion. and I say Fred at Brion because they were like this last year especially.
It really feels like nothing's changed, does it?
It really doesn't feel like anything has changed. And this game was, as Valdez said about the last game, a game of who makes the least mistakes. And Nongshim, they overextended, they chased down that Krog, and they were punished, and that's just it. 30-minute game, the end, 2-0.
Yeah, clean win for Bro this time around, and they were a bit plagued by illness and things like that here today. Still able to walk away with the victory here. Wasn't clean, you know, and we were having a bit of fun on the broadcast, but still good to see that Brion managed to get things together to take their first win. And Nongshim, a lot of good things to see here. Of course, we weren't expecting a whole lot because they are a challenger roster, but they probably wanted to see a victory there in that first game. That was so extraordinarily close. And then for a young team like this to have to go out again and try and back that up after that hard defeat, that is difficult to do.
It's a tough call for me for POG. I forgot I had to